You're watching Radioactive right here on YouTube. My name is Victoria. With me right now, I'm joined by Evan Thomas, otherwise known as TX2. How are you doing, Evan?
Doing real good. What about you?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited to have you on the show today. And I just want to start off by having you tell me a bit about yourself because I don't know a whole lot about you. So just kind of what music do you play? Where are you from? All that kind of stuff.
Sure. Yeah. I guess I'm like pop punk, emo, rock, rap artist. And I'm originally from Colorado, currently in Miami. Probably won't be here forever, but I make music about my life, and I'm firm advocate on mental health, starting a movement for that, and I make TikToks as well, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually found out about you through TikTok. So how useful is social media for an artist like yourself that isn't necessarily so well known yet? And you can just go and promote yourself to others like across the world.
Um, it's really useful. I mean, it's crazy. I think it changed the game. I was playing, empty shows for the longest time. And then now I can play shows in different regions and have people come out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's all from TikTok and just the algorithm and life and the universe working.
Yeah. And you mix like rap and punk rock together. Where did you get that idea to do that? Because there's not necessarily a whole lot of that around at the moment.
Yeah, so I started in a punk band when I was in middle school. And I had played drums since I was 5 years old. I was playing with my older brother in like rock bands, punk bands, everything, even a country band at one point. And I had always grew up listening to like emo pop punk music. I even had like emo hair in middle school. But then time came for high school, and after some bullying and all that, I kind of moved into the rap realm. I had like my middle phase, I guess. And I was super interested in rap music and studying the culture of hip hop and all that. And then senior year, around 2017, 2018, I realized that everyone's being a rapper. So I started mixing punk and rock with rap in 2018, in my first song, Living Punk Rock. And then I came out to University of Miami, after they gave me a full ride for rapping, which is crazy. Learned how to sing here. And then I was like, yo, I want to mix. I've always wanted to be able to sing on my tracks. So singing and mixing up punk with rap.
Mm-hmm. And like you mentioned, you're kind of an advocate for mental health and you went through some bullying and stuff. How did you find music kind of helped you through all that and like just kind of what music means to you, I guess?
Yeah, it's therapy. The music I have a love and hate relationship with. Probably some of my biggest struggles in life have been because of music and through music, and some of the best things that have happened to me have been through music. It's the one thing that's in some ways been consistent and very inconsistent at the same time. I don't know. It's all over the place. I don't know. It's therapy. I can write about how I'm feeling. And then what's crazy is I'm at a point where if I release something that's about how I'm feeling, I have lots of other people, I can, sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands, who say, I relate to what you're saying. And so it makes me feel less alone. So I just want to do that for others.
Mm-hmm. And as far as like your career goes, how far are you wanting to take it and just kind of hopes and goals that you want to accomplish?
Yeah, my dream, and mark my words, one day, I want to do a world tour. I want to perform in other countries and just tell people they're not alone. I just want to like get on a stage, and inspire people the same way my heroes like Billy Joe Armstrong, Gerard Way inspired me. And I just want people to know that like the way they're feeling is not like invalid, because sometimes it's so easy to get caught up in life with the wrong people, the wrong circles that make you feel like you're invalid for how you're feeling. And I know now that I wasn't invalid for the ways I was feeling earlier on in life, but at that time I really felt horrible and I did a lot of bad things. So I just want to prevent some other people from doing that across the world.
Mm-hmm. Right. And like you've played a few shows already. I believe you've played some shows in the past few weeks, if I'm wrong about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The past few
How
weeks,
how did those all go?
went really well. I played in Orlando, in Miami, in Denver, and Fort Collins. And Colorado is like the hometown. I've been playing shows in Fort Collins for about 8 years as TX2. And so I definitely have built a following there, which is super cool, playing shows for people I know and people have seen me before. And then Florida is very new to me. So Orlando, I've never played before. It was a sick venue, sick other bands with me. And then Miami is like where I'm stationed right now. So it's really cool to like be part of a underground scene here.
And like you said, you've been playing at that one venue for like 8 years. What are some differences that you've noticed from like the first show you played to like eventually playing more and more shows there?
The first show I ever played was empty. And now it's like I can sell out a venue in Fort Collins, depending on the venue. I actually opened for Call Me Charisma in Fort Collins in Denver, if you know that artist.
I think I might have heard of them, yeah.
Sweet. It's really cool.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
Yeah, so I mean, now I'm opening up for bigger artists and, you know, when I headline selling out shows and playing in the hometown, which has been crazy.
And like you've been playing music, it sounds like for quite some time now. How did you get into the whole music scene and playing music and stuff like that? Just kind of at what age?
Cool. Yeah. When I was 5 years old, my mom gave me a drum set and my guitar, or a guitar to my older brother, because she wanted us to be like a form of bonding. And I grew up a drummer playing with my older brother. And as we started jamming, we started forming bands. We had like a momager thing where my mom would like put us in touch with local neighborhood kids who also played music. We just played a bunch of like middle school shows, and I got hooked to performing and being that drummer who everyone's like, yo, that was good. And I'm like, I want more. And then high school came around and I realized rapping is like drumming with words. So I started rapping and I started studying hip hop culture. And then I still kept the drumming in the back pocket and the rock. And then from there, like I said, it just blended the two and made TX2.
Which artists would you say are like, if you had to pick like one or two rap artists and then like one or two rock artists that kind of like blend your sound or influence it the most, who would you kind of say that would be?
Definitely Outkast. I love Outkast, and Run the Jewels, which are both duos, which is interesting. But I just love how like you can do that with rap. That's so sick. Love Run the Jewels, Killer Mike, and I love Outkast. And then for rock, you said the rock scene, right? Dude, My Chemical Romance. I got a Daddy Way poster right back here. And then Green Day, Billy Joe Armstrong. I have an American Idiot flag. Oh, right here. So definitely Green Day as well. Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't like My Chemical Romance, honestly, though? I got the Danger Days album there.
Yeah, if someone doesn't like that, red flag.
So true. Speaking of My Chemical Romance, what's your favorite My Chemical Romance album?
My favorite My Chemical Romance album was probably, dude, The Black Parade is like front to back a masterpiece, even though everyone's going to say that, but I'm not concerned about what everyone says. That album was fucking beautiful.
So true.
Three Cheers was pretty good too. That's probably like close second. And then Danger Days, third. And then those are like the three major albums which I enjoyed the most. So there's pretty good.
And who else would you say are like the biggest influences on you and just favorite bands wise?
The All American Rejects for sure. I love them. It's one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Is the All American Rejects. Like you could play like a clip of their song in like 2 seconds and I would know it. Other than the All American Rejects, sorry, not even 2 seconds, 1 second. I'm not like a half a second. You can even test that if you want. But other than the All American Rejects, I really like. That's tough. It's like Paramore. Paramore's fucking huge for me. And then I really like Avril Lavigne. She's a queen. And then Linkin Park, huge. Midnight was one of my favorite albums of all time. And then is that dude, I really hold up. Bad Flower. I've been like digging into Bad Flower lately. I also like The Used and Bring Me the Horizon. Bring Me the Horizon's great.
So pretty much just all the good bands then is what you're telling me.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I guess so. If you want to consider that, definitely.
Yeah. So I just want to take a moment now to talk about two of your songs. And when I say them, can you just like kind of take me through the writing process, recording process, and just kind of what they're about? So the first song, Nail in the Coffin. Can you just tell me about that song?
Yeah, so I had this lovely lady who has inspired several of my songs in the past. And she just keeps coming back into my life, and I kept writing songs about her, and we'd like break up and get back together. And I was like, all right, it's time to put the nail in the coffin. So I put the nail in the coffin, finally, and I was like, all right, you get a song. But then originally I used a different name because I name drop in the song. I say like, Bella, it's time we end the seam. Originally it was someone else's name, but I was like, I don't even want to give her that credit. So I put a very valuable and close friend of mine's name in there instead.
Mm-hmm. And then how about Step Over a Body as well?
Ooh, Step Over a Body is really interesting. That I wrote like over a year ago, just coming out now. But I had heard from someone I really look up to, and someone who's pretty big, like big fish in the industry. Who's always given me advice and mentored me. Like in this industry, you have to be willing to step over a body, because there's going to be a lot of people in your life that come in and come out, and they'll fall in front of you. Mm-hmm. And those are bodies you have to step over. I had to deal with that. I was also in a relationship that completely destroyed my ego, sense of self, and everything. And I had escaped it. I felt like it was an escape. And I was like, I got to step over that body. I got to, use that phrase. And then on top of that, I had someone that I thought was going to be in my life forever and working with me, who decided to stab my back and ignore me. So I decided to, be like, yeah. And actually that after I was pretty much screwed, I was like, all right, you're getting a song. And I was like, step over a body. Like it's like, you think I need you? Nah, it's time to step over your body. And that's exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when you're writing, like every song that you've ever written, do you feel like it's always the same kind of writing process with it? Or do you kind of start in different spots depending on the song?
Do I start on different spots depending on the song? Yeah, it's like a start and stop go thing. It's kind of like I feel it in my stomach. I got to write it and I got to throw it up. But then the moment I stop feeling it, I stop writing, and then I just come back to it whenever it comes back out.
Mm-hmm. So you don't feel like you don't necessarily like sit down to write. It's just kind of when it comes, like it's not really forced.
I let it come, because whenever I force it, that's always songs that I don't like, and then I'm just wasting my time. But every time I let it, the only ones that I ever keep are the ones that naturally come out.
Yeah. And out of all the songs that you've written, what are some of your favorites, probably?
Oh, cool. Well, my two favorites haven't been released yet. I'm waiting. One of them hopefully in May, and one of them hopefully in end of May, June. Those are my two favorites. Ironically, they're songs I wrote at my lowest point. I should probably get that checked out. But other than that, there's a song called Pull the Plug, which is like my best performing song so far. And it's the one that created this career for me. It went viral on TikTok. And I wrote that right after the screw over situation, after I did some really bad things to myself, and I didn't give my body and everything that it needed. So I was like really low. And the craziest thing is, it made a song that it's got 500,000 streams at this moment, and I don't even talk about it anymore. It just keeps going, because it's like, I think a lot of people relate to it, so it's definitely one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to be having some more music coming out. Are you planning more shows or tours or anything like that?
Everything. More music, more shows. July, I know, is the first confirmed date, and I'm be playing my hometown, Fort Collins. And then, tours, I'm looking out for the opportunity. It just depends on when the universe sends it my way.
Mm-hmm. Where are you like hoping to tour? Like, do you want to come to like Canada, Europe? Like, or you kind of want to go everywhere?
Dude, definitely the US to start, but then after that,
obviously.
Canada. Yeah, Canada would be huge. UK, I guess most of my listeners the majority of my listeners are from the UK. It's like my number one spot. Yeah, London, Great Britain is where all of my listeners are from. The majority of them are. So the UK has got to be huge. And then after the UK, like Germany is just a big one too. And then like, everywhere. I want to go to Japan. I don't know if Japan really listens to TX2 yet, but like I really want to go to Japan.
Yeah. And as far as like venues and like cities go, do you have any specific like venues or cities that you really want to play?
I really, really want to perform in New York City in like one of those like the gritty emo scene venues, or New Jersey. I want to get in there. I want to go. But Seattle would be dope too. I just don't know the specific venues. I just know that they exist. The venues that make me feel like I'm ready for the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who would you, let's start with like a smaller artist and then go to like a kind of a dream artist that you would love to like play a show with or tour with.
Okay. Small artists that I would love to tour with. Well, what's your definition of small?
I don't know, like not Metallica big, kind of somewhere between like just like a mid kind of level, like say like a Bad Flower. So like something like just more middle.
Bad Flower. Is Youngblood mid?
I'd say Youngblood's probably mid level.
Yeah, Youngblood. That definitely. I love Youngblood. I definitely love Youngblood. Just is their themselves, the complete. And then I think for a large artist, I mean, dude, My Chem, you get me on that tour, I'm crying. I'll literally cry myself to sleep every night with joy.
Yeah, I have to bring this up. I don't know if this is a good topic to bring up, but what are your thoughts on Machine Gun Kelly?
Oh,
do you like him?
I have a hard time hating on anyone. I think that I spent my entire life getting hated on by people who didn't know anything about it. And as someone who knows nothing about Machine Gun Kelly, I'm never going to say anything negative other than I like some of the music's dope. I
can totally agree with you on that. I'm on TikTok occasionally, and like every like few videos I'll see like people, bashing MGK, but I'm like, his music's not like, I like it personally. And there's other people that like it. I think some people are just mad because he's bringing in kind of more people who listen to mainstream music into the punk now. So I think people are kind of mad at that.
Yeah, but like My Chemical Romance did that. So did Green Day. So did all those bands. It's just, and I'm guaranteed 10 years from now, the conversation about Machine Gun Kelly in one way or another will be nothing like it is now.
Totally agree. So just taking like an overview of the rest of this year, kind of take me through what your plans are from now till January.
So my plans from now till January is we have 2 releases planned. And as of now that are just ready to go, 2 music videos that I just shot. One in New York City I shot last weekend, which is crazy. So we got 2 releases planned, a show planned, and then I got a writing session in May to just bang out everything, just new songs, and then create content along the way. And then I have a feeling that there's going to be a big change in my life coming soon. The universe is leading towards it. So I'm going to just trust in the process. Just keep writing from my heart, keep releasing probably a song a month as everything's been coming out. Make music videos when the time calls for it. When I'm lucky to have really good friends who make film, who's been carrying the team here. And, I'm looking to just build out my team and find people who care genuinely about my product, making a difference. I want this mental health movement to build out. I really want to do like a mental health festival, like get a bunch of artists to come perform and then have like a bunch of activities for just people to ease their brains and talk about things and then have music play. That's the dream one day, and just building towards that.
And just a quick question. Do you record your own music, or do you go into like a studio and have someone produce it for you?
I record everything at the desk right here. Just so you know, you don't ever have to have a studio. This goes for any artist. It's not about the studio, dude. It's about the song. You write a damn good song. It doesn't matter if you record it on a toaster. Like people will feel it. But if you spend all your money on the studio and you have a shitty song, it's not going to do anything.
Very true. I record all my stuff on GarageBand and it works perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can record on anything.
100%. Well, that's all I got for you today. It's all my questions. Anything else to add onto the RadioActive podcast?
Nothing to add, but if anyone wants to, if you don't mind, I am building a movement on Discord. Basically a place for people to vent, talk about their mental health. I just don't want anyone to feel alone. If anyone wants to be part of that, just DM me on Instagram at TX2 official. Ask for a link, and I'll make sure to respond to you. I go through my DMs a lot, and I don't want anyone to ever feel alone. So we just build like a community about love. If you want to be part of it, let me know.
That's awesome. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.